Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another episode here on Monteith, Iowa. November 3. Corn harvest is just about to go here, probably in about 2 hours. Around 10 o'clock is kind of when we plan on starting. But we got a new piece of equipment here. Been kind of going back and forth on what we want to do about feeding the cows in the those free stalls there over the winter time, which is very want to get them inside and sure they're comfy and stuff. Not sure that all the cows will be in there, but a good majority will be kind of split up between the two. And yeah, so we don't have a big enough cattle operation right now to justify a feed mixer. We don't really feel like, so we went with a bale processor, and that's how we're gonna kind of feed and bed these cows. It's kind of a 2-in-1 type of deal. We can spread the bedding in there as well as bales, process the bales for make it easier for them to eat. So that's what we're doing. That's kind of what we're going for. We financed it, 30 grand. It's a 3-year finance, so paid off within 3 years, which means a little bit higher of a monthly payment, but it's not anything crazy. So it's definitely doable for our operation. So yeah, we just took delivery of this actually minutes ago, so I helped us get it off the trailer, and yeah, it's here. So it's Vermeer, first Vermeer equipment on the farm, I think, so we're looking forward to trying that out. Took the Mahindra down today. So what that means is that we need to get the New Holland up here at the cattle farm, because that's gonna be its job for the winter, pretty much. Gonna be primarily right on that spreader. Been nice having those cows in pasture, because it kind of keeps them fed nicely without us really having to worry about it, especially during this busy time of harvest. Been kind of thinking in the back of my mind, when do we want to move these heifers from that far east pasture, and thinking probably do that post-harvest. Trying to set my crews there, that was really a struggle. Yeah, we're kind of thinking we're going to do that post-harvest. I was thinking about actually doing it this morning, but I was like, we are not going to have enough time for that. Main priority right now is to get the crops off, and pasture still has plenty of good grass to munch on, so open up the bed here. It's on. Go. Pull the Mahindra right in. The tillage guys are out and pulling early this morning, trying to keep up. Certainly not going to be able to do all of our bean ground that should be done this year, unfortunately, but okay. Combine is ready to go. Finished around 9 o'clock last night, I think it was. We got everything in and beans unloaded in the bin and all that good stuff, so. Pulling into the cattle yard now. We'll get this hooked up and then we'll catch a ride back to main farm there. Maybe give you guys a look at our bowls. I see one right there. Where the New Holland will be for the next few months. Gonna be the job. These are our 3 bowls. Well, there's 2. Where's the other one? Might be over the hill, so. Do we have 3? We actually only have 2. Fellas. Hanging out in their own little pastures. You guys see how the grass is kind of eaten down like that? That is because these pastures are set up with the grazing mod. A very, very cool addition that DR added to this map. Awesome. Anyway, I should get that Manitou in the shed at some point, but yeah, so it's cool because it helps with the grass or with the feeding of the cows and stuff. So anywho, we'll catch a ride back to the farm. While we get the equipment ready to go and all that good stuff, we are just cleaning up a few of these missed bits here. The horseplay weird because it, like, I don't know, because these are the up and down, so when it goes down it picks it up early or something, I don't know, but then it raises it, so I need to like mess with the raise and lower pickup timing on that. A bit odd. Gonna leave that corner there. Okay. Try and stick to the edge of the as much as we can. Ideally, if you're driving down the field, you stay in the field and you just run the plow shallow through all the way behind you to reduce the tire tracks, to break up your tire tracks. But I'm not super bothered by it. Down the headlands here. It's quite weird. The this quad track, it almost feels like it like just doesn't use fuel. I mean, obviously it does because it's going down, but it like just, I feel like there's hardly any fuel being used. Very, very odd. I don't think I've filled it up once. And it's done all this tillage and it hasn't really even. That's how much fuel it's used. Weird. clean up these bits here. We're gonna forego chiseling that ground there. I think we're gonna hop in this field next, I believe, is what we want to do. Check for cloud. I think we're gonna do that one. I mean, really, they all need. Oh. But we should be able to get this one done. And yeah, we'll do it. We'll do this one, and then we should be done this field and this field by the time this is done, so that this one, then the chisel plow can hop over into these. Really need to, I mean, we have to get the cornfields done to block up, or to break up all that corn stalk trash. Bean fields not as much. Stubble isn't as big of a deal, it just hasn't been chisel plowed in a long time, so soil probably needs a little bit of breaking up, deep tillage in there, so we might not get to. However, we can purchase something over the winter. We might be able to get some tillage or some chisel plowing done early spring, late winter type of thing. Not sure though. Might be upgrading this. Means we can upgrade our chisel plow. Who knows? The thing I like about this chisel plow is that it mulches as well, which is nice. Just to give that little extra boost. We'll get this guy all set up into the next field. And then I think we're going to be ready to start moving equipment over to up near the cattle yard where we're going to start doing corn. Getting some equipment moved around right now. This truck where it was at would kind of be in the way, so we're going to move in that. We have the Volvo and the Bison warming up right now, building up some of that air brake pressure. And we need to move the tractor with the auger on it. We have 413,000 liters of beans, which is full. I think this holds 420,000 liters. Need to make sure, remember to close the cap on that bin. We're going to be putting more corn into the second bin over on this side now. There's only just a little bit in there. Yeah, I'm losing frames really bad today on this map. I'm not sure what it is. Don't know what's causing it, but I've never had it before. When I look over here, that's what's causing it. But something over in that shed has to be. Let's see, how do we want it? Best to go about with it. Fan is going to be in the way, possibly. Yep. We need to make sure that we're turned. tricky. These bins are an interesting setup. They're just so close that it makes it difficult. Trying to get a little bit more closer to that fan. We're gonna have to turn it again to get the tractor out of the way. Getting the side of the bin now. Noise. Alright. This is always just so tricky to do. Crank it hard, make it, get it to the right side. Crank it in. Tractor out of the way. When we swing this out, where is this going to be at? It shouldn't be bad. Just pull the truck, or we can pull the trucks up right next to it. I think I like that. I think that's going to work. Shut that off for now. And we can start moving trucks. We'll put this truck on me. No traffic coming, we should be able to swing right out. Hopefully the yields are much better on these fields than they were on the other field where it was just awful. That would be really nice. Would really, really like that. Then we can maybe justify having 2 trucks. Really not even sure where we're going to park these at the moment. Probably just down the drive. But it's going to be tricky to get out. Well, I guess we can always turn on the field, so it won't be that bad. Right here. Pull over right here. It's gonna be perfect. Probably pull ahead a bit. It's not in the way of the combine. Yes, we're gonna be unloading tarp side. And at least for the moment, unless we just bring the, I guess we can always pull the grain cart up right next to it on this side. Gonna need to watch out for these power poles, that's the only concern. This car to pass, then we'll jump out. Plenty fine. Everything's fueled up. Oh, I guess the combine's not fully fueled. We just had a little bit over 10 grand delivery of fuel. So into our off-road fuel tanks there. We topped up this combine with every last drop that was in our fuel tanks last night when we got back, and it wasn't enough to fill up the combine. Jeff's topped up. The Magnum's topped up. Oh, good to go. I need to do a little field repair on the knives on this head quick. A little bit damaged, it looks like. So I have to do that. We had a $12,000 repair job on the combine post bean harvest. Well, that was last night and this morning that we worked on that. So the money is going down, that's for sure. But thinking that we're gonna have plenty of it once we start trucking our beans and our corn. Obviously beans won't be going until next July, but the corn probably be going around January, February. Tough part is that we're gonna have to try and find some time to spread lime. Not sure that I'm gonna be wanting to do any lime in December. I'm not sure that I'm gonna be wanting to run tillage in December either. The ground might be starting to get a little cold, even though it is unseasonably warm here in Iowa. You haven't seen, it's about 52 degrees right now in November, at the middle of November, so yeah, we'll have to figure that out. But we're just gonna open this baby up right now. Opened up, lower it down, and we'll get some of those well, I guess we need to keep it up and get some of those knives fixed. $175 for new knives on this head, a few of them, but we're good to go. Gotta unfold so we can start the thresher up. Still unfolding apparently. Here we go. Opening her up. Don't want to be going too fast on the end rows, especially when we're up against stuff like these trucks and power lines and all that stuff, so it's a little bit harder to see in corn. Can't really see too far. Takes a lot of focus to open up a field. But everything seems to be going pretty smooth. I'll miss the stalk there. Getting a little too greedy, trying to get in too far. And look at the combine with the head on. I think I am going to make a full pass around, because this ground is very, very uneven, so it's kind of a bit weird if I'm going to be backing up out onto the grass verge there. It's very uneven, so I don't really want to do that. I'm just going to make a full pass right around like Courseplay would. They're still going strong, and pretty much nothing has changed on the yield map. So that's unfortunate, but to be expected. In the beginning of the field is like that. It's most likely going to stay that way, so I'm guessing the same is going to be for the smaller one just to the south of this drive here, right next to the house. But if we look at the soil types, got a lot of loamy sand here, but in this one we have some sandy loam and even some loam, so that's encouraging. A lot of loam in here as well, so that's good. And then in this one, we got two really good soil types pretty much throughout the whole field, so let's hope. Let's hope. I mean, it's never going to be as good the first year on a save game, like I kind of mentioned before, just because you're not able to get in and fertilize the fields properly and lime them and all that stuff, so everything you really need to do to have real nice yields. The grain cart has not even been utilized yet. We've only dumped once. And I just swung around and dumped on the Volvo there. So, yeah, I think the grain cart's most likely just going to stay stationary until we get into this bigger field, field 11. We get into that, I think that's probably when it's going to maybe be utilized. I was optimistic that maybe we would have some better yields in these fields, so. But it is not to be. Probably not even going to fill up one full truck, so probably be able to not move those trucks at all until we move to that field 11. Nice view while we're harvesting of the overlooking the cows. It's pretty cool. You see our bulls there, and then you kind of see one of the pairs there between the two barns. So yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful part of the map. Up here on this north side, you kind of can overlook everything. It's pretty slick. I like that a lot. Nice rolling hills. What I really like about this map is you got your hills on the north side of the road, and then you got your flat fields on the south side. It's pretty cool. I like the change in the elevation. So we're just gonna swing around. Dump. No point in wasting fuel on the grain cart. But yeah, so probably next time you see us, we'll be starting in on this small field right here, right next to the house. We're in the second field now, just cutting right beside the house. Tossing chaff all in our yard, probably tossing it right onto the patio there. But this field will not take long at all. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get through all three of these fields today. But then that would leave one across the road and this one, which, I mean, honestly, we could probably get both of those done November 4. So we just might be able to finish harvest before December, which would be awesome. Very, very neat. We're going to cut this field east and west direction instead of north and south like we did in the last field. We really just kind of jumped over right here. just hopped right into it. Wasn't anything fancy. Might have to top up with fuel at some point. We do not have a off-road diesel fuel tank up here at the cattle yard yet. Probably get one since we have tractors and things running. I would be curious to hear of you people that are on DR Moddings Patreon, like myself, and are now playing Tahitian. Are you enjoying that map? Are you sticking with Monteith if you've been playing that? Or are you fully jumped over to Tahitian? Myself, I checked it out. I didn't really give it too big of a look yet. There's definitely a first version beta map. There's a lot of things missing. I don't think I did anything wrong. I honestly haven't checked DR's Discord at all for fixes or anything like that. But yeah, there's like a big, I think it was an ethanol plant? Poet plant or whatever. That was like completely missing, and the racetrack stuff was gone, wasn't there. It was just the dirt that was there, so I don't know. But it looks cool. But honestly, I feel like just after the first look, I think I like this map better than Tahitian. Just my opinion. I don't know why, but this one just feels like so real to me. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it just I don't know, it sticks for me. I didn't really get that same vibe with Tahitian, but also have the privilege to be testing Stitzer a little bit with MRG. So I'm looking forward to playing that. Probably be doing some sort of series on Stitzer at some point before full launch. Margie did tell me that he would like or allow me / enjoy to see a series on that map, and I really like that map a lot, but I don't want to be putting out a series if obviously MRG doesn't want that yet. So he said that he's going to try and get one quadrant of the map, the 4X, so he's kind of doing them, kind of completing the map in quadrants a little bit. There's a few outliers. But yeah, he's got like the town done, he's got a lot of the sell points done. So that shouldn't be too long from now. I would guess that's probably going to be our next American series after this one. I think we're going to be going a little bit smaller than this equipment as well. A lot of cool functionalities that MRG is adding into that map. Vaccines and I don't know, just a bunch of different stuff. It's not in most maps, so like feed types and just different stuff, like kind of like Ashton, how he had CCM and molasses, all that good stuff. So he's going to be adding a lot of that kind of stuff. So very cool map. I'm looking forward to really diving into that one. So, all right, we're gonna keep going in on this one, and then we'll be catching you in the next field. I have moved into the last field, most likely for today. And there goes the tillage. Doing good on that field. We got one full truck from both of those fields. Oof, that's some real bad yields. That should not be a thing with corn, but away she goes. So I gotta figure out what's making me drop frames so bad over here by the farm. Ooh, it is rough. I'm thinking if we turn, yeah, well, we put her in the ditch. We were talking and we weren't thinking. Need to swing this turn a little bit. Thinking if we can cut through the bins and then swing around, we might be able to. Maybe. Hopefully. Hopefully it really doesn't. Full hopper bottom, that's a little sketchy, that drive. We need to widen out our drives over the winter. It's certainly tight through there, but I think it's going to work out nicely. Thinking. Let's see. Okay. Perfect. Look at that. Could be a little bit better. Uh-oh. Had to raise her up a bit. No worries. Here we go. So I checked the time frame for this episode, and I think that we're probably going to call the episode here. I wanted to maybe get a little bit into that next field, but yeah, that would just make for too long of an episode, I think, so. We're gonna call her here. Kind of a little bit of everything today. A little bit of something different to start the episode, but got some combining, we got some prepping, got some truck driving, you know, all the good stuff. So that is gonna be it for us. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.